Hello parents, my name is Chris Rappold. I'm the Master Instructor at Personal Best Karate, and I'm the Executive Director of Team Paul Mitchell Karate, one of, if not the top martial art teams competitively in the world. And the reason that I'm here today is to talk to you about something that's near and dear to my heart, which is sparring. And this is something that your children will be going through as they climb the ranks on their way to becoming part of a black belt team. Now, sparring has a lot of benefits. For this particular segment, I want to just focus on one, and that is the word functional. So, in my definition of martial arts, first of all, I'm a fan of all of them. It doesn't matter what the style is. If I could clone myself and I could be a student in everybody's school, I would do it because I just love all aspects of the martial arts. But when it comes to functional, we're talking about a student's ability to use what they know in a way that heightens their ability to understand timing, distance, and motion. Let me explain that a little bit. Sometimes, especially when you first start training in martial arts, you're doing things in the air. So we're working on a particular technique, but we're not working on being able to use that technique against somebody trying to punch or kick us. So timing means knowing when to use the technique, and that could be for sport, it could be for self-defense, etc. Distance. To understand for most techniques to work, we have to understand distance. I use two concepts. I use a safety zone, that's when we're far enough away that the person can't touch you, and then I use the word danger zone. And sparring teaches a heightened awareness of distance. Anyone can really just stand and punch a punching bag or kick a punching bag, but to be able to accurately measure how close or far someone is away from you and be able to use the skills that you're working on in martial arts class against a bag on a on a resisting opponent is something different. So timing, knowing when. 2 is distance. 3 is sparring teaches your child how to understand both their own energy and motion and also the energy and motion of the person that they're working with, and that's vital and important as well. If you look at any sports, there's a level of movement that has to be understood by both combatants or both competitors, and if one person understands that level of movement and what that movement means a little better, most of the time they're going to be more successful. So if we just learn martial arts on video, for example, we can learn a technique, we can learn how to make a punch, a kick, a block, etc. But what's going to be lacking, and really what the experience your children will get in a martial arts school, particularly from sparring, is the heightened understanding of timing, knowing when to use the techniques. Distance, being able to judge what technique to use, when to use it, and then energy and motion, understanding what movements mean, what movements signal when they're working with a partner, and also how to move their body in a way to make them more effective. So as you start to see this happening on the mat, I want you to have an understanding of what the instructor's agenda is. Why is it that sparring is even a part of martial arts? What's the outcome that the instructors are after by teaching it? And again, I think these 3 things are going to be great. Sparring is something that is going to take all of the techniques that your son or daughter knows and teach them how to use those techniques functionally, which means timing, distance, and motion, and against a resisting opponent, progressively over time, of course. I just want to say to you, I'm so happy you've made the investment in martial arts for your children. I can't think of anything better that you can do. So I ask all of you to just sit, watch, trust in the instructors that are working with your children, because it's really going to be exciting, the things your children are going to learn. Look forward to seeing you soon.